Hi, thank you for joining me. My name is Jeff Dixon. I am an account executive for Vitality Energy, and I'm going to walk you through a demonstration of our energy management software. Another way to consider our energy management software is we like to think of it as the central platform for smart buildings. And let me go ahead and log into our system and show you what I mean. Here at the landing page for Vitality Energy, this is our entire database of everything that's being monitored as we speak. All our properties, all the different devices, utility accounts, units, users, and back again to properties. And here's a visual representation of our clients all over the world. Let's go ahead and log into the site for our first client, the Salt Lake Community College. We're going to sign in and as the energy manager at this particular community college. One interesting feature of our system is that we can sign in exactly to the same account as our clients, so we can see exactly what they are seeing. And that helps us to be able to walk through and troubleshoot or train our clients on how to use the software. This is the customized home dashboard for Salt Lake Community College. What the energy manager wanted to see there was the aggregated demand total for all of the buildings at each of the 5 different campuses. And you can see that represented on the cards here. It's important to them to track and monitor kilowatt demand because in their particular utility, that is the big driver for cost from their power provider. So you can see the Redwood campus, all the buildings there. And you can go up to this tab and scroll down to Redwood, and this is a list of all their buildings. All of their buildings, the demand for all the buildings are being totaled on this particular card. And the same thing for the other campus cards. On the West Point campus, they decided it was important to overlay a solar array that is located at that campus, and you can see that represented here. I think it's good to mention our philosophy on data is that you are, as a client, are the owner of the data, and you can quickly and easily export the data and just by clicking on this little button here and clicking a CSV or Excel file. Let me scroll down a little bit more and show you a shortcut into going to a particular device. Say you wanted to know what's going on with a hot water meter at one of your buildings. You enter in the keyword and you can scroll down and see all the different meters with that in the title. On this little section here, you can notice that we have the status of each device. And you can see some that are connected, some are not connected, and some that are inactive. Let's go ahead and look at the hot water at the Academic Administration Building. And we can see on this particular meter, we are measuring gallons per minute, BTU, BTU per hour, and Fahrenheit. This is the raw data as it's coming in, and it's preset to this time frame right here. And there are other presets that we can quickly and easily choose rather than going in. If you wanted to set something that was different, a more customized time frame, we could go into this section here and choose a date to start and a date to end, and we can even get the data down to a per minute and a per hour basis. And again, we can change the chart types to show in various forms, whatever is preferred by the client, and then quickly and easily export the data. The entire website was built so that all data can be accessed within 3 clicks or less. Let's go ahead and take you to a particular building on the Redwood campus. This building is called the Lifetime Activity Center. This building has a large array that is under a PPA, and so the performance and the consumption of the building are very important in managing this agreement. They decided to build this customized dashboard to show what's most important to them. It's the solar generation on a month-to-date basis and also the building demand on a month-to-date basis. Down below, we can see some other virtual registers, which is combining data from multiple point sources. This particular card is showing the kilowatt demand production with the main power kilowatt demand consumption at the Lifetime Activity Center. And then this card is showing the net of those two things. Down below, we're seeing a weather-related data being imported on the kilowatt demand production from the solar array with the apparent temperature and the UV index. And you can see that white and gray is in the background, and that represents daytime and nighttime. Another weather-related item that they are monitoring is cloud cover and how it affects kilowatt production for their solar array. Let's go ahead and scroll into the vital section. This is where reports can be made, devices can be added and taken off, dashboards can be customized and changed. You can receive you can create virtual registers, alarms. Down here is the reports section. We'll walk you through several of these reports. And down below here, if it is necessary or applicable, is our billing section. Here's where we can automate utility bills, so we can upload either from an electronic file or from a hard copy file. We can upload that information into the system and track utility bills that way. We can also create bills and send out bills, whether it's by building or section of a building or by department. We can assign utility consumption to specific areas or buildings or divisions or departments. And we can do that all within the system, and that we can also track payments and collect payments all within the energy management software. So let's go ahead and start with, in the vitals section, let me go ahead and show you our kiosk feature. We're going to look at the kiosk that has been built for the Lifetime Activity Center, and it is showing things like the consumption of the solar production, water consumption, chilled water, the net building consumption, steam, the kWh consumption of the building, and the kW consumption of the building. Other items and other data that can be uploaded into the kiosk are things like environmental related information. For example, in the United States, we can pull in the Environmental Protection Agency data, and we could overlay or include data that would show, based on the production of the solar array, how many cars have been removed from the road. We could also show how many trees have been planted based on the production of the solar. We can also do the converse of that and show a representation of the carbon footprint of a building based on their utility consumption. So head back into the vital section of Vitality Energy's energy management software. Let's go ahead and check out the virtual register section. And we can see in here, this is where we can choose a couple of points of data or many points of data. That's what represented here in the P1 through 7. And we can add some math to it to create a virtual register. This particular register right here that I'm highlighting is the register that we saw on the first page, the first home page, the customized dashboard, which was aggregating multiple buildings of that campus into a single kilowatt demand representation. We can do that with a number of different points of data. For example, this particular one is giving us a cost per square foot per hour. Let's go ahead and look at the reports section. Here, you might be interested in seeing our drift analysis report. Let's go ahead and grab the main 480 volt meter at this particular building. Let's look at the kilowatt, and let's compare it from December of this year. Let's pull that up and compare it against December of last year. Again, this is live data that we're pulling up, so it might take a second to load. Here we go, and here we can see the performance of the building last year compared to this year. And here shows us the times where it drifted or performed worse this year. And again, as I mentioned before, you can quickly and easily export this data into CSV or Excel files. Another report worth mentioning is our hourly heat map. Let's go ahead and bring up the solar array and see how that looks. Let's bring up a few months. Let's grab a couple of summer months here. Let's grab July, and let's go through end of November. Again, this is a lot of data that's being uploaded into the system, so it might take several seconds, but I think it'd be interesting then to show on an hourly basis the kilowatt production of the solar array at the Lifetime Activity Center. So just another couple of seconds here, and that should be pulled. Okay, here we go. From beginning of July until end of November, this is the hourly production of the solar array. Obviously at midnight, there is no solar being produced, and here comes the sun, our solar production increases. You can see these white spots and dark spots are either when the solar array was not producing based on cloud cover or some other event. The white sections are times when our meter was not receiving any data. And here you again easily, quickly export into a CSV or Excel file. So that was the hourly heat map. This is the daily heat map I'd like to show you. Let's go ahead and take a look at the main power for this building. Let's look at their kilowatts, and let's look at this month so far. You can see this Monday was their highest demand usage. For some reason, Monday on January 6th, the demand was quite a bit higher than on January 20th. So that might be an interesting thing to investigate further. We can see something similar in December. Obviously, this is a school and this is winter break, holiday break, so that could be a good reason why the demand jumped or dropped so low. Let's go ahead and look at the tree map feature. Here we can compare multiple buildings at the same time, and we'll compare them over kilowatt demand. Let's just select a bunch of random buildings and look at a comparison of their demand consumption. Here we see a area and color representation of which users are our highest users. Again, this is using this month compared to last month. Larger size means the higher usage, and the color shows against usage compared to last month. Through the software, you can also create quickly energy reports. You can have a number of them pre-made and preloaded and just uploaded with the most recent data. So thanks again for taking the time to look at Vitality Energy's energy management software. I look forward to conversing with you and answering any questions that you might have.